Hey everybody, what's going on? Come on in, tap the screen, share the live, tap the screen, share the live. Hey Jewel. Hey Mickey Mig, what's going on? Hey Queen Niche, hey Adrian, welcome, welcome. Y'all tap the screen, get us to the first 10,000 likes and 50 shares so we can get into content today. Thank you for the heart me, Queen Niche. Everybody send your heart me today. Thank you for the heart me, Robin. I appreciate that so much. Hey Lysandra, what's going on, girl? Hey girl, hey. Everybody having a good day today? Hey Lexi, what's going on, girl? Everybody make sure y'all are tapping the screen, sharing the live. We gotta get excuse me, first 10,000 likes, 50 shares, so we can go ahead and get into the pay 99, especially if you want it for the free 99. Let's go. Who trying to get some money? Who over here trying to have a seat with me? Over here trying to get their lunch and learn on. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, Healthy Lexi. Happy birthday, girl. Cyber sister, thank you for my heart, me, my love. Everybody give me housekeeping, housekeeping, housekeeping so I can test my delay. Hey DJ. Hey Charlotte. Thank y'all for the housekeepings. I appreciate that. Hey Portia. Housekeeping number one that everybody needs to know about. We're gonna have a new affordable workshop drop tomorrow. Hey there, Marianne. Hey babes. How you doing? Thank you for my heart beam. We got another affordable workshop that is dropping tomorrow. Y'all know we haven't done an affordable workshop. Dang, I think it's getting close to 2 months. Y'all had wore me out. I was going back to back to back. I had to take a little break. But the series was well received. A lot of you guys love the fact that you can come in and learn skills so that you can get your money up and you can do it without breaking the bank. So be on the lookout. A new one drops tomorrow. Also, um, you need to do what the little prompt says when you pop in here, okay? That's what you need to do. You need to join the kingdom. Send a text. Send a text, okay? Yeah, I'm lost. I don't have my stylist. Oh gosh, my nails are clacking, quit clacking the screen. My God. My God, today. Y'all pray for me. The struggles. The struggles. Hey, Ann. What's going on? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome, 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 welcome. My bad, y'all. I had to reset real quick because I forgot to turn my content disclosure on. And if I don't turn on my content disclosure, I will get violations. So we had to get that thing turned on. So my bad. We back. Tap the screen, share the live. Thank you for liking the live, Cyber Sister. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, we back, DJ. That was my fault. I had to reset. I forgot to turn on my content disclosure. So since I got the content disclosure turned on, we good to go now. They real serious about that. If you are promoting things outside of this app, they don't like that, honey. So I learned inside of my group that I have to turn on my content disclosure, and if I turn on the content disclosure, I am good to go. And everybody, before you go live, you go into your settings, and if you are a small business owner and you're going to be promoting yourself, you go into the settings, you hit content disclosure, you tap promoting, and they'll give you the option to say you're promoting your own stuff or you're promoting another brand, and that will help you not have to deal with the violations during the live streams. Hey, Carolyn. Y'all gonna tap that screen and share the live so we can get where we need to go. Everybody feeling good today? Hey, OMG, I love your earrings. For those of you that are just getting here, I need you guys to tap the screen and share the live. I get on here and I teach things that people charge thousands of dollars for or hundreds of dollars for. And I teach them for the free 99. So the least that you can do is make sure that you share this with at least one or two of your biz besties and that you're working those phalanges. Also, dropping comments frequently throughout the duration of the live. If everyone can hear me loud and clear, give me the number one in the chat. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, OMG. Hey, Just a Girl. Hey, Camilla. Welcome, welcome. Hey, EHK. Side note, if you are a small business owner or a content creator, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to be going through things that helped me make my first million and the things that you guys are going to be able to apply to make your first million or your next million. DJ, thank you for those popular gifts. If you guys really feel with me, please do what DJ is doing. When you tap the little pink gift box, hit exclusive and send me popular gifts instead of roses. They each only cost a penny, but TikTok does like those popular gifts. Thank you, Cyber Sister, for all my popular gifts. I appreciate that so much. All right, everybody. So, first piece of housekeeping before I had to interrupt myself. If you guys are planning on or would like to attend another workshop, our next workshop will be on August the 21st. It will be an afternoon workshop and will be held on Zoom. Okay, on Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. And of course, it's going to be about more money making tools and more specifically how to get more efficient. So, you guys seem to like a lot of the workshops that we're doing, showcasing you on how to use AI and how to create products, content, scripts, images, stuff like that. So, we're going to stick with what you guys are really wanting to learn right now. But I just want to remind you, doesn't matter what skill set you have if you don't know how to put that thing together. Thank you, Helen Lexi. Thank you, Helen Lexi. Thank you, Helen Lexi. Thank you, Helen Lexi. I love you, Lexi. Thank you. All right. I need everybody to share with a biz bestie. Right now it says we own 0 shares. Like, are y'all really doing me like that today? Y'all really doing me like that today? We're on 0 shares. Are we really on 0 shares right now? Everybody in here, share with at least one biz bestie. You don't have to share with 30, 40 people, but like literally at least one biz bestie, and we're good to go. We're making progress. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Share with someone who is in business, share with someone who is starting a business, share with someone who literally is trying to grow their page, share with someone who wants to grow their page and they've been struggling. Share with someone who is trying to make money with their page. Share with someone, okay, who would like this information. That's all you gotta do. And that don't cost you anything. Hey, D Digital Darling. Hey, girl, hey. You shared. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Let's see, your name is Florence. You wouldn't happen to be the Florence that was being rude to me last night on the panel, would you? She had a different profile picture, so I'm just trying to make sure. I'm like, are you here to troll me? You here to report my live, or you really here to get this information? OMG, thank you. You just shared like 20 times. You say you're never rude. Okay. Hey, you never know. Some people on the internet are weird. They can't just have a little interaction with you and go on about their business. They can't just do that. They start they start cyber stalking you. Okay, you said you was in my class. Okay, I know which floors you are. Okay, okay, cool beans. But I was just like, listen, I was like, ugh, ugh. She was a lady. Okay, yes, with the Christian makeup. Yes, ma'am. I remember. Yes. Okay, come through. Okay, keep the Jesus Barbies looking great. Hey, One Real Shell, what's going on? Y'all tap that screenshot alive, tap the screenshot alive. We're at 4,900 taps. Oh, next piece of housekeeping that you guys need to know. If you are trying to get into Monetization Nation, the price is increasing very soon. So there's several of you guys that have DM'd me about joining Instacoin Academy. and y'all like the way my checking and savings account is set up, I can't get into the academy, even though it sounds really, really great. And so we're like, well, come into Monetization Nation, because then you'll have resources, you'll have a community, you will also be able to teach with will train with the success coaches. You'll get access to the kingdom calls, and you will still get access to build out your foundational things, which you need to make money online. Okay. And I need y'all to understand this. Some of y'all are like, well, I really want to get an Instacoin, but if you don't have the budget for it, then we need to put you somewhere so you can get the budget, aka make the money to be able to get there. Okay, some of y'all slide in, y'all like, I'm going to work with you one to one. But if it's not in your budget, then you do a workshop, you do a Monetization Nation membership, right? You get in where you can fit in. That's how that works, okay? And if you're like, I don't have the budget for that, then you come to these free sessions, you take advantage of my free products, you sign up for my Royal Court, right? Because I send all kinds of really dope marketing tips and information in there. That's how that works. If y'all picking up what I'm putting down, say yeah. Just say yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, put yeah, yeah, yeah in the chat. And y'all, we're almost to the first 10,000 taps. Y'all are doing a good job. Hey, Grace and Mercy. What's going on? How you doing today? There we go. Hey, get some aesthetic about the line, child. That was driving me. Yeah, DJ, I have a lot of my clients that build their way up. There's a lot of people that just come to my free trainings, they take their notes, they go out, they execute on things. Then they may go buy one of our digital products, so they'll check out my LINK, and they'll be like, oh, I need a marketing plan, or oh, I need, a startup, or oh, I need something over branding. They'll get that, they'll work their way into it. Then they normally come into Monetization Nation. People stay in Monetization Nation with us anywhere from 6 to 12 months, basically until they start doing a few $1,000s a month consistently from their social media pages, and then they go ahead and they come into Instacoin, and that's when we start having people scale up to like $10,000 months, $20,000 months, stuff like that. And then some people will come and work with me in KE cohort or continuous coins, and those are my people that typically are doing a $500,000 a year and up. So yeah, it just depends. It just depends on what you want to do for yourself. Okay, y'all, we only 400 taps away. I need everybody to say, hey, God, hey, because that's what gave me the gifts of business, beautification, and hospitality, and who's allowed me to help 900 people hit six-figure incomes, and 182 of my clients have done $1 million in less than a year. How about that? And I have six that earn over $10 million a year. Probably like one of my biggest accomplishments in life. I'm more proud of how many people I've helped make this money than the money that I make. Just some person in the world. Thank you so much for tapping. Said, I'm tapping, child. I believe you. Thank you. You said you've been following me for 3 years and you've been scared. Why? You don't know? I don't know why either, but let me tell y'all this. When you see what's happening right now in our country, when you see right now what's happening with our economy, when you see that new executive order that they just signed so now they can play with all your money in your 401k, when you see the fact that the tariffs are at the highest rates they've been at since the Great Depression in the United States, when you guys see the jobs report, like I had already told y'all, the jobs report that they were putting out, and I showed y'all the real numbers, which now the real numbers have come out in public, and you can see that 75% less jobs are here in the United States right now, that our economy lost 250,000 jobs already, and that they're going to lose more. When you can see that, oh, I forgot to tell y'all, a steel plant blew up yesterday in Clarendon, California, that employed another 1,400 people. When you see these big mega conglomerates Thank you, E. Danielle, are continuing to lay people off left and right. Then some of y'all will get serious. This man has enacted martial law on Washington, D.C. for no reason. I'm getting all kinds of videos that people are sending me, like live on the ground, where they are harassing, handcuffing, beating, arresting innocent bystanders, just teenagers and young people, like in their early 20s, that are just outside. They're not doing anything wrong. They're literally just outside, standing around, and they're being arrested and beaten. Once you understand that it takes money to be able to fund the politicians that we need to have in office that will not allow these types of things to happen, then you'll get serious. You won't be scared no more. Once you get tired of seeing where your bank account is at and you're like, you know what, I want it to grow, I want extra commas in here, you won't be scared no more. What I need y'all to do is give me ready, 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 ready. You said there are at least 1,000 black women pulling this scam right now on TikTok. At least 1,000. I'm not sure what scam you're talking about. It's really weird that you're anti-black and anti-black woman specifically. That's strange. You probably shouldn't be here. Can all of y'all report him or them, whoever they are, that's trolling? So you're mad that black women are smart enough to take advantage of the opportunity to build up income through digital channels. You're mad that black women have been smart enough to build their own businesses and additional revenue streams. You're mad that black women are out here learning how to get government contracts or do veterans homes or build their businesses or create revenue through social media streams. You're mad that black women are learning how to invest and purchase properties. That's what you're mad about. It's really, this is a very, very strange thing to be upset about. And also, I don't take libel and slander very well. I'm far from a scammer. I've worked my butt off for 18 years. I actually am Googleable. I don't know what other people are doing, but I know what I do. I know I'm an actual TEDx speaker. I know I have 2 Presidential Lifetime Achievement Awards before the age of 40. I know I haven't had to pay for any of my press or media, and I've been in Forbes, and I've been in Yahoo, and I've been in Entrepreneur, and I've been in 500, and I've been in Inc., and they've had me speak at Black Enterprise. They've had me speak at Essence. I know for a fact that I work with Fortune 500 companies right now in my client roster. I know for a fact, hey, if you're in here and if I've helped you make money, drop the dollar signs, the credit card emojis, the euro, the yen, the dinero, whatever makes you feel good down in your sha-na-na. Go and do that because we get money over here. We win in real life. And we ain't got to scam, scheme, lay on our back, bust it wide open, or do anything unscrupulous to be able to elevate and come up in life. Okay, everybody. Let's get to it, baby. I don't know why these people come in here messing with me. I just sit in my corner of the internet and help people make money. That's all I do. I help people get paid to do things they like to do. I help people learn how to grow their money. I teach, I teach and I tell everybody what's happening in the world, like with the international news, what's happening over here in America. But there's one thing I know about this, one thing for sure I know. The devil, okay, will always try and come and get in your way and stop you from being on the right path. I also know that unqualified people love to disqualify people. I know that as well too. I know that. I also know that broke people think everything is a scam because they don't have any comprehension and they love leaning into things that are fraudulent. Now, if I was on here doing some get rich quick stuff instead of teaching people how to really make money, how to really build up sustainability, oh, those type of people were never interested in that. If I was on here telling you how you can get unlimited food stamps for $27, though, room would be busting. Y'all ever notice that? Scammers think everything legitimate is a scam. And when something that they should stay away from, they're like, oh, they're trying to put me on. They're dropping gems. No, they're gonna drop you in prison. That's what's gonna happen to you. Blink, blink, blink. Okay, that's people of poverty. Okay, poverty has lasting impressions, and it messes with your mind. And it seems to mess with a lot of people's discernment, right? Because sometimes they're so desperate for a change, they want to take the quick route, right? They want to take the fast route. They want to take the fast way out. And because they're like, oh, let me take the fast way out, let me take the quick route, the quick path, right, to this. That's how they normally end up, doing more harm to themselves and being on a longer path. And it's more stressful, and they can't really get what they want to get. Okay, you said you've been following me for years. You're studying my program, and I'm the best. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, if I was scamming, I'd be out here telling y'all that you're gonna be able to do this overnight. Right, that's what scammers. Scammers will lie to you. They'll tell you what you want to hear. They're not going to tell you what actually works, because they know how to tap into your emotions, and they know how to tap into your carnal desires, and to get you to have a reaction. And AKA, that reaction is to give them your resources. That's typically what they do. Have y'all ever noticed that? Y'all ever notice that people that are legit, people that are on the right path, we're gonna tell you the truth. We're normally not as popular because people don't like to hear it. They don't like to hear it. And a lot of y'all have to go and burn your hand on the stove, and then you come back over here and y'all be like, man, I should have listened to you. Like, temptation normally comes in the package that you like. Thank you for my popular gifts, Candy. Remember that. If you don't remember anything else from today, temptation typically will come in the package that you like. So it's going to say all the things you want to hear. It's going to feel all the ways you want to feel. It's going to look all the ways that you want to look. It's going to have all of that together while it's slowly killing you. Mm. You said you made your first content for your stand still. Congratulations. Hey, Glorious Locks. Thank you for the heart, me love. All right, so let's get into it. Did y'all give me the readies? Y'all did. Give them to me again. Ready, 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 ready. Let me see it roll through my comments. See it roll through my comments. See it roll through my comments. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And I need everybody in here. I need everybody in here to share this with at least one person. Thank you, Glorious Locks. I also need another favor from you guys. TikTok particularly likes comments, okay? So the more comments we have in the stream, the more new people can get in here and learn how to make money for themselves as well. So y'all make sure to be mindful throughout the stream, okay? If you can't work the comments, you tap the screen. If you can't tap the screen, you work the comments. If you can't do that, then you get over there and you send me those popular gifts, okay? It all matters. And if at any time you decide that you want to work with me, then what I want you to do is tap the little, it's like a yellow orange marigoldish color button. It's Services Plus. It's a little square with a little arrow in it, okay? Tap that screen. That's all I need you to do. And when you tap that, you'll be able to send me a DM. You won't even have to leave the stream to send a DM. Hold on, y'all. All right. All right, all right, all right. So first thing first, let's talk about how we're gonna get this money. We're gonna be a good listener. 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 E Danielle, thank you. You just leveled up to 22. Ow! Wait, I got applause. Oh my God, how exciting! This is the first time I got to use that sound. Okay, be a good listener. Why? We sell by listening. We sell by listening. We sell by listening. We sell by listening. Everybody, type it out. We sell by listening. We sell by listening. We sell by listening. We sell by listening. No, I'm really serious. There's research that supports this. Do you guys know typically the more a person earns, they spend more time in their day listening? So people typically that listen 40% of the time or less are typically going to be people that earn the least amount of money. When you start looking at middle management, they spend about 50% of their day listening. When you start looking at C-level executives and owners, they're spending over 65% of their day listening. You sell by listening, you sell by listening, you sell by listening, you sell by listening. Now, yesterday there was an idiot here in the stream, and I feel comfortable calling her an idiot because she came into my DM to be rude to me. And anytime you're rude to me, I will be rude back to you. I do not fly above. Y'all remember Candy? She was like, I fly above. I fly above. Baby, I don't fly above. Okay. If you get ignorant with me, I'm going to get ignorant right back with you. And I'm going to do it with a smile on my face. I like it. I like it. I have a lot of pent up aggression. Okay. Because I always have to keep it cute and keep it classy. And so sometimes when y'all get on here and y'all get ignorant with me, I'm going to get ignorant right back with you. You call me a name, I'm going to call you a name back. Y'all pray for me. Now, as a matter of fact, scratch that because I really don't want to change that about myself because it lets people know not to mess with me. You temperature check me, I'm gonna burn you up. Okay, so I don't know if y'all remember this, but there was a person in here yesterday, and we were here for 2 hours yesterday, and we had spent over an hour, okay, talking about how you attract like the right customer, how you get in front of them. And I talked specifics to y'all. I talked about, choosing colors and words and the music and writing down a list and researching what those people, like what they're doing every day from a day to day, so we know what other pages we need to pursue, right? And then for some reason in her brain, she was like interpreting it as, she was like, well, how am I supposed to know these strangers? And I'm like, I just told you what you need to learn about them. I just told you what you need to research, right? So then she comes into my inbox, no hi, no hello. She goes into the same thing again. Then she sends back an eye roll emoji when we told her you have to research your customers. And if you want me to research your customers, that's called an analysis. That's work for me to analyze you, the client base, the customer group, right? All of that. That's work for me. That's an audit. And if you book an audit, I will tell you. I'll tell you what to post. I'll tell you your hashtags. I'll create content samples for you. I will make a custom posting cycle for you. I will tell you about product opportunities, all of that. Okay. And she refused, like at the end of the day, she was having a block because she didn't want to listen. And I'm telling y'all this, if you are a good listener, if you are a good listener, your customers will tell you what they want from you. They will tell you what they will spend their money on. They will tell you how they want it packaged to them. They will tell you the colors they want it in. They will tell you the options. People ask me, how am I able to move so many of these products? Is because I literally listen to y'all. Do y'all know how Monetization Nation, which is a fantastic membership, was created? It was specifically created because a lot of y'all kept DMing me and y'all would come in the comments and y'all would write and y'all would send us emails and you'd be like, I really want to work with you, but I can't afford you. I really want to work with you, but I can't afford you. I really want to work with you, but I can't afford you. We would have products and we would have programs and stuff like that. That would be maybe like $1,000 workshop or something on Facebook. People didn't have that in their budget. We would be like, okay, we're going to put this together and it'll be like $297, right? We had a lot of people. Am I on the tube? Yeah, I'm on the tube right now. We would have a lot of people that would say it's just not in my budget. My budget's really tight. So I created Monetization Nation. And if you try and join right now, right? You can see it and it'll give you the first opportunity to give for $97 a month, which is crazy affordable. For $97 a month, you get guides, you get marketing plans, you get app tutorials, you also get tutorials on how to put together like your funnels, you get what to post online. There's simple posting cycles in there. We have weekly kingdom calls. I invite y'all to at least one of the insight sessions once a month that Instacoin gets to have. Y'all get to come to one of those. And we also help you with your credit. And we have a bookkeeper in there because a lot of y'all, your books are out of order and it's effing up your taxes. So we give you all of that for $97 a month, right? $97 a month. You got all these resources. You get to talk to live human beings. We do Q&A. Oh, and I do short skills in there, right? That's why that program was created. It literally was created if you don't have thousands of dollars for a coach or consultant. It was created for people that don't have thousands of dollars for a coach or consultant and they need more than an ebook or a one-time product. It was created for people that need the help, right? Because they're like overwhelmed, they don't know where to start. They need to make their first few thousand, right? It was literally created for people that know that they need support and they need some type of community. That's how we get members, because I listen to people say, I need all those things, but I don't have the money, right, that it typically takes to get access to those types of things. Our affordable workshop series, why do we sell out of all of the workshops? We sell out of all of the workshops in the affordable workshop series because I pay attention to what y'all say you're struggling with. When people come in here and they tell me over and over and over again, I want to make money, but I don't know what product to offer, I don't know what product to sell, well, that means I need to create a course or a class or a workshop to show you how to choose a profitable product. If people come in here and they tell me all the time, like, I need more marketing, I'm not getting awareness, no, I'm creating content, no one's consuming it, it's not going anywhere, I'm only attracting other people in my industry, not people that will be good customers for me. Well, that means I need to make a package or a program that shows you how to get your next 10 customers. I need to make a package or a program that shows you how to get more follows, more views, more shares. Literally, y'all, that's how that works. So a lot of y'all are not listening. And sometimes you listen, people won't always say that this is what I want. Sometimes when you put something out there and no one wants it, you need to listen to that too. Blink, blink, blink. When you put something out there and nobody wants it, you need to listen to that too. Because now we got to figure out, well, why did no one want it? Is it because they didn't understand it? Is it because of the way it was packaged? Is it because you didn't educate or inform on it enough? So, people didn't understand the benefit that it was going to have in their life. Like, what's the reason that you put it out there and nobody wanted it? Right? So when we talk about listening, listening is looking at what's said and what's not said. You said maybe there's a better option. No such thing. No such thing. And I'm gonna tell you why, Brandon. The reason that there's not a better option, well, let me back up a little bit. Do you know that 90% of customers will not leave you because there's a better option or a newer option? 90% of customers leave because they don't like the way that you or the company made them feel, right? 90% of people will leave sometimes. 90% of them will leave sometimes because they've had a shift, right, with their income level, or because they've graduated from that thing, they don't need it anymore. So there's really no such thing as a better option, because typically if there's a newer product or a better product or something with different technology, if you're good at making your customers feel good, making them feel invited, making them feel seen, making them feel understood, making them feel empowered and that they're a part of the journey, they're going to stay with you. They stay with you. They don't really leave. They don't really leave. Now, when someone's deciding to become a customer, there could technically be a better option. But a lot of times, the better option is going to be determined on if you do a good job at informing or educating someone on how this is going to be beneficial to them. So, like, if for instance, if like let's say y'all know we got another affordable workshop training coming up on the 21st of this month. It'll be available for registration tomorrow. Don't ask me what a registration link is. Now you can DM me and say you want it, and we'll send it to you tomorrow on the live. Because I'm gonna do a special. I'm gonna do special pricing for any of you guys that join tomorrow during the training. But I mean during our session. But let's just say, for example, I was gonna do this particular session on how to create faceless content using AI. Okay, that's what it's going to be. And if I do not do a good job of explaining the benefit of creating content and faceless content, if I don't do a good job of explaining how much money it can make you, if I don't do a good job of explaining how this is the fastest way to create copious amounts of content and it's going to relieve you of stress and anxiety, and you don't have to worry about putting your face on the camera and stuff like that, I'm not going to sell any seats. I'm not gonna sell any seats. And a lot of times it's who's the best person at communicating that concept and that transformation to a customer. That's the person that wins. Does that make sense? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So we always want to be listening. All right. We're listening to what people are saying and what they're not saying. Casology, thank you so much for my little gifts. Thank you, honey bunny. If y'all picking up what I'm putting down, let me know in the chat. Okay, let me know in the chat. Tell me that you're picking up what I'm putting down. This is really the first step of choosing the right audience, being able to target someone and getting products that perform. And y'all, when I say product, it could be physical, it could be digital, it could be service based, it could be intangible. I'm trying to train myself to start saying offer more than product. Okay. Hey, Content Hub, what's going on, babe? Thank you for the heart meme. Hey, Vic. Okay. Second thing, you got to show up every day, 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 every day. I don't know why some of y'all think that you can like disappear on your people for 3 months, 6 months, a year, a week, 3 or 4 days. Y'all are like, oh, I had a page, I had to take a break. You out of sight, you out of mind in social media land. Okay, they're not loyal because you're not loyal. You're you're not loyal. Be safe, cyber sister. And because you're not showing up every day, this is why you're not making sales every day. Listen to me and listen to me well. You're not popular enough to take days off. You're not popular enough yet to take days off. Some of these people don't have to post every day because literally they've cultivated huge audiences, 6 million, 7 million, 10 million, 20 million. Hey, it's Tashina. They were on every day for 3 or 4 years while you were sleeping or not even thinking about the internet. They were YouTubing, okay? So somebody can see every single day that their audiences have spent 10 years, 12 years, 15 years with them. This is why they can take days off. You just started. Don't nobody know you like that. And there are some people where they even have people that know them like that and they still post every day. So one of the reasons we're showing up every day is I'm going to tell you a secret right now. If y'all want the secret, let me know. You said that's one of your concerns because you're disabled. Pish posh. Pish posh. You do what you tell yourself you can do. You do what you and please understand this. Technically, I am too. I just don't claim it. I've had 5 surgeries on my spine, baby. My doctors told me I was going to be in a wheelchair forever. I ain't though. I was in and out of the chair in 6 months. Okay. I have days sometimes where because my nervous system and my skeletal system is acting up so badly, I can't even open up the door. Okay. I'm talking about like a regular door to the room. You still can show up every day. Okay. You can show up every day. And even if you're not disabled, sometimes mentally you just need a day. You need a moment. You need some time. Things happen in your life. You get some bad news. Your kids acting crazy. You found out your baby mama sleeping with your best friend. They told you can't do the butterfly and the Tootsie Roll. You took your underwear out to dry and realized they were tight because you need to lose some weight. Okay, there's several. Your house could be chaotic and a mess. You said yes to too many obligations. Now you have no time for yourself. There's several reasons to why you may not want to post every day. So what you do is you batch what we call B-roll content. B-roll content is random pieces of content that make sense for you and your audience, right? So it could be like a beautiful image, a beautiful video clip. Like maybe you're at a restaurant and the server's bringing you a plate of pouring drinks. Record it. A beautiful park. Record it. You're driving down the freeway and the skyline looks absolutely amazing. Record it. Okay. You opening the refrigerator, sweeping the floor, making the bed. Record it. You sitting on your laptop. Click a clack clack. Tick a tap tap. Record it. You live streaming or talking to people who are behind the scenes, you unboxing stuff, you unloading, you setting up your store, you cleaning, prepping for your clients, all of it, y'all, everything is content, okay? And so on the days that you don't feel like getting on the camera, because there are going to be some days you don't want to get on the camera. On the days you don't have time to go and, edit your videos, because there's going to be some days. Well, now you have this handy dandy B-roll and you can put whatever you want on top of it. So I could take a bunch of my B-roll pieces and string them together, and then I could just do a voiceover and talk on the phone. I make myself a little script, and then I'm going to talk about whatever I want to talk about that makes sense with those B-rolls, right? And give a call to action. I have canned content. I have like quotes and scriptures and stuff like that. If it's a day I don't feel like posting, boom, here's my social media tip. Here's my scripture. Here's whatever. I'm going to put it up there. Okay. And you can do them video form and you can do them static and carousel form. There are times, okay, that I'm just like, ooh, my brain, I'm having a little block, okay? Well, I go into my canned content and maybe I have 30 carousel posts that are there for random topics pertaining to my audience. And each of those carousels is in between 4 and 7 slides. All I got to do is copy it and paste it, okay? So every day is not going to be a bad day for you, but you typically want to have at least one day in the month where you're just filming random B-roll content, and then you want to have a second day in the month, and this is the day that you're going to build what we call canned content in the kingdom. And inside of the canned content, that's where you do your scripts, your memes, your quotes, your carousel posts. Any of those things are going to be inside of your canned content file. And it just sits inside of Canva. And if you have a day where you need a post, you just, boop, you pop it right up. You're good to go. Okay. And if you really, really gangster, okay, and you do long form live streams the way I do, I record my live streams and I put them inside of this little app that's called Opus Clips. And Opus is not paying me. No one's paying me right now. Okay. But y'all can pay me if you want to. Y'all can send me a gift if you want to send me a gift. You can share the stream if you want to share the stream. You can pay me with a couple of taps. Okay. You can do that. But Opus is really dope. So what Opus will do is it will take my long form content and I can say, I'm looking for clips that range in between 60 seconds and 3 minutes long. I can tell I want a 10-minute long clip. Whatever I want to do is going to take my clips and it's going to clip them up based on what it thinks has the greatest potential to get reach and have virality. It's going to give it a score. They even have really cool stuff now. They'll like change your backgrounds for you. It'll drop in AI B-roll inside of your clips. It will change the format. So the screen is going from like left to right, in and out, doing your jump cuts and stuff like that. It will do all of that for you. It's really, really dope. And it'll take that long piece of video and it'll make you like 80 clips. So now if you do long form content or you have like a podcast or you're trying to build up your YouTube channel, well, now you're able to take these little clips and say, yeah, full stream or, full episode. It's up now. Go over here. And literally you didn't have to film that day. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So there's no reason for you to not show up every day, especially since we live in the world of AI and LLMs now. You can go into CapCut and you can put in your script or your story and it'll start generating AI images for you with a voiceover. You can take all your B-roll and you can throw it in there and it'll edit it for you and pop you out a video. Okay. The smartest thing to do is to pick a day during the month. And that's the day that you're going to create your canned content. So it's already there. So whenever you need so let's say today I may actually record my 2 pieces of content that I put out. And then my other 2 or 3 pieces of content are going to come from my canned content. Y'all understand? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? And then tomorrow, all the content I put up, maybe 100% all canned content, but it's cool because I'm showing up every day. Because every day you have to try and meet at least 1,000 new people in these social media streets. You have to. It's not an option. At this point, I try and reach at least 10,000 new people a day. And because I want to grow, right? I'm getting ready for Black Friday. I know some of y'all are like, what? It's August. Yeah, baby, I'm building up for Black Friday because this is the thing. Anybody that comes into my audience in between now, pretty much I got maybe to like the second week of October, there's still enough time for us to develop some type of rapport so that I have a strong enough know, like, and trust factor that you would be willing to purchase a product or a program from me, whatever we put on sale. So I got to get you in now. So that means I need to be posting 4 to 6 times a day. That means y'all should be posting 4 to 6 times a day. A lot of y'all are like, oh, I'm not growing on TikTok because you're not posting enough. Bling, bling, bling. Well, let me be clear. You're not posting enough and you're not supposed posting enough for a specific niche to be able to grow. But if you're posting, hey, baby, hey, baby, hey, baby, hey, baby, what's going on, love? Hey, it's called Opus Clips Align. That's the app I was talking about. But literally, y'all, if you're posting like you're 4 times a day, you're going to grow. Why? Because people are going to see the content and they're going to start the process of following. Blink, blink, blink. Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? So literally, you need to be showing up every single day. Every single day. There's no excuses. There used to be an excuse. You know, you were, oh, I can't make all the content. I can't edit it all. I can't do this. I can't do blah, blah, blah. Nope. They have whole chat GPT agents that'll make your canned content for you. In one of my faceless content classes, I showed everybody a trick, and literally I was like, "Hey, I was like, y'all want to see how to create 100 pieces of content real fast?" And everybody was blown away. They were like, "What?" And I show everybody that's in Instacoin, they know this trick. Everybody came to that faceless content workshop. I was in there with y'all for like 4 or 5 hours. Y'all all know the trick. Once we set up our template, it was easy to just go and drop videos in the background. Super, super easy. And now in Instacoin right now, they're learning AI, like how to put together full entire videos with AI avatars and all sorts of types of things. So literally, there's not a reason. I have another client, and what she does is she makes the covers look cute, so the page is cohesive, but she does wild videos because she's targeting a young demographic, and so her videos are basically for hot girls. And so all her videos are about like what you're not going to take from a man, what you're not going to put up with, how you're going to level yourself up, right? They're like really, really funny videos that a younger girl in her early to mid 20s would be able to relate with very, very well. She's not even making her own content. She's getting the clips, she's putting it into captions, so it puts the captions on it. She throws a little filter on it, and then she has a cover so that the page looks good. Girl is almost up to 100,000 followers, and she has done $5,200 this month from the gram because she shows up every day. And we post 6 times a day on her page. And this is a page that started with 0 followers. But we're pumping. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? We're pumping out the content. You're not large enough to not post every day yet. Some of y'all are acting like you have an audience of 10 million people that are just waiting, hanging, yearning for you to post something. You don't. You do not. So yeah, we got to make it shake even when we don't feel like making it shake. And if y'all go and look at some of the really, really like consistent content creators, you will notice they post every freaking day. And if you're showing up every day and you're posting 4 to 6 pieces of content, and one of those pieces of content happens to be a direct sale, no one's going to get mad at you. No one's going to say you're being too salesy. No one's going to be upset because you're giving them so much other value, whether it's through entertainment, information, or education. They're still getting value. How many times a day should you actually post? I'd have said 4 to 6 times. 4 to 6 times. If you're trying to grow on TikTok, 4 to 6 times. You're trying to grow on the gram, 4 to 6 times. You're trying to grow on Threads or X, you got to post like 16 times a day over there because it's little short snips and information moves really, really, really quickly. Facebook, you can post maybe like 2 or 3 a day. LinkedIn, about one a day. Okay, LinkedIn about one a day. Oh, no problem. Oh, okay, so any of you guys that are getting here, first of all, learn this about me because I know it's a lot of newbies that are coming. I am chill. I'm sure y'all can tell. Okay, and we have a little theatrics because for a lot of people, business is boring, right? And we got to be able to make your business exciting for you. Okay, we got to put a little life, a little pep in your step. Okay, so sometimes I be doing the most, but it's literally for entertainment purposes. Y'all will know when somebody temperature check me and I feel like they rude and I want to burn them up. I promise you'll know. You will know. You will know. Oh, Erica, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in general. Hey, CC, what's going on, gorgeous? How you doing? How you feeling, love? Hey, Blink Socialite, nails. Hey, we like some blingy nails. Yes, I got on my little conservative lady nails. They're still doing a lot, but I don't know. At first, and y'all, I cut off all my fingernails, so now I got to grow all my nails back. I was like, I'm gonna cut them off. I want to wear some short nails, and now I got the short nails, and I'm like, eh. All right, everybody give me the three. Number three, number three, number three, number three, number three. Give me the threes in the chat. And if you just got here, my name is Ashley. I'm a social media strategist. I'm a business builder, and I'm here basically to help you get paid to do things that you like to do. I have built 5 multi-million-dollar companies. I have helped over 900 people create six-figure incomes. I have 182 clients that have made $1 million in less than a year. I'm a TEDx speaker. I'm a Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award recipient. I have a BA in finance. I got a master's in business, a doctoral, all that. So technically, you should be calling me Dr. Ashcat. Blink, 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 blink. Okay, but I don't be trying to flex on my haters like that. But sometimes you gotta let them know. Okay, and I am very passionate about helping people get paid to do things that they like to do, and I would love it if you guys could support me by making sure that you tap the screen, make sure that you share the lives, and also making sure that you are dropping comments. That helps me. And if you really, 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 really love me, you'll click the little pink gift box and you'll hit exclusive and you'll send me those little popular gifts because they're only 1 cent. And if we go together real bad, you'll send me one of those little kissy faces up there. That's my favorite gift. That's my favorite. Outside of the Rose Nebula. The Rose Nebula is really my favorite gift, but like favorite of affordable gift, it's the little kissy faces. Danielle, thank you for my popular votes. Okay. And if you decide that you want to work with me, you want to be in my, if you like, girl, I can't afford 1-to-1, I can't afford that Instacoin you're talking about, but I do want to be in your membership because I can afford a good $97. Then you're going to hit that little Marigold services button and it'll send me a DM. You don't even have to leave the stream. You'll be able to send a DM right while you're in here, so you're not going to miss anything, and we'll be able to hook you up with the LINK. How about that? Yeah. Hey, it's Sheena. Hey, it's Sheena. Hey, girl. Hey. Y'all gave me the threes already, didn't y'all? Y'all gave me the three. Y'all gave me the threes. I think y'all gave me the threes. Y'all gave me the threes already. Okay. Hey, Ashante. What's going on, girl? Okay. Does it really matter what time you post? Kinda, sorta. Kinda, sorta. Kinda, sorta. Not gonna lie. So like typically, like one of the things I know I need to start doing like at least one morning day, because a lot of people that are looking for business information and business development, they happen to be on quite early in the morning, right? I think people are listening like when they're in the gym or on their commute to work or before they're getting the kids ready for school. Also, I do really, really well if I get on after 11 p.m. because I'm catching all of the night owls here in the States and all of the people that live in other countries, right? Um, if you look at your analytics, it's going to tell you the times that your audience is most active. But realistically, trying to post throughout the day, like in a similar time zone, is helpful. So, like, if you want to get that post up by so I do really well if I do early morning. Like if I do 6:37, because when y'all are like in the bathroom or you're brushing your teeth or you're just kind of in the bed doom scrolling, you're going to see my content. If I can make sure I get another piece of content up normally before 11:30, if I'm trying to stay on a time schedule, I'm going to catch people in between 11:30 and 1:30. I'm going to catch people on their lunch breaks when they're scrolling. If I get another piece of content up before like like around in between like 4 and 5 p.m., people are going to catch me when they're getting off of work and commuting home. If I throw out another piece of content after 9 p.m., normally the overnight crew, people that are doom scrolling in bed and stuff, that's who's going to catch that piece of content. So technically you can just post whenever you want to, but a lot of times if we're thinking about the lifestyle of the person that we want to reach, you should be posting on their schedule so that's who you can meet. I hope that makes sense. You said, yep, I'm currently overseas. Yeah. Yeah, that's so if we're posting 4 to 5 times a day, should each piece of content be significantly different? Yes, we talked about that the other day. The types of content, you want one piece of content to be an awareness that's like literally so people can find you and come to your page, just tapping into like trending things. You want one of your pieces of content to be very, very niche specific, adding value to the person that you would like to be your customer or your client. So that's when we get into like the tutorials, the behind the scenes, the frequently asked questions, the back offices, write the polls, stuff like that. Your third piece of content, normally you need to remind people of how they can stay in contact with you outside of the app. So that's normally going to be your freebie, aka your lead magnet, reminding people that you have that type of offer there. And then your other two pieces are going to be just whatever you want them to be. So that's normally the framework that, hey, Lady T3, thank you for the heart me. That's normally the framework that I follow, and that's worked really, really well for me, and it's worked very, very well for my clients. Right? Because you gotta give yourself a little room for flexibility. Okay. So number three, and if you just got here, number one was being a good listener. Number two was showing up every single day because that is absolutely necessary. Okay. Number three is stop being shallow. Stop being shallow. Stop being shallow. Stop being shallow. And what I mean is, I'm talking about shallow information. A lot of y'all want to be on here just telling people the same things that they've heard over and over and over again. And you're wondering why you're struggling to connect and get a customer or a client. Your information is too shallow. And if you're afraid to give people deep information, real information, things that they've never heard before, because you're like, oh, if I tell them this, they're not going to buy. Boo-hoo. Lies. Okay. Lies. Lies from the pits of hell. Okay. They actually still will buy, because a lot of times people are going to want to know, how do they put it together. They're going to want someone to let them know if they've done it correctly or properly, if they're missing anything. They're going to want to, right, they're going to want someone to guide them, because this may be their first time going through this process or implying or executing whatever it is that you've put out there. So for a lot of people, giving like deep information, and even if it is a surface topic, well, how can you go deeper? How can you further explain? How can you further tutorialize this? How can you how can you do a demo? What can you do to take it to the next level, so it's not just what everyone is hearing, right? So for instance, even right now, as we're going through things you do to make money online, right? People, what do people normally say? They say, oh, add value, you need to post consistently, and you want to show up every day, but they're not going into detail like the way I'm going into detail right now. So you don't want to be surface. You don't want to be shallow. You want to really think about, like, how can I really, really, really create some type of environment that this person can win, that they can get a result. So normally I like to use the ABC framework. This is how I was taught to write essays in high school, and it worked very well for me when I got to college, because I used to side hustle by writing papers for people. That was my side hustle back in the day. So the way that you ABC your framework, okay, is you literally going to come up with your three major points, 1, 2, 3. So point one, point two, point three. Then underneath each point, you're going to give an A, B, and a C. So let's say how we make money online, right? So my point one is showing up every day. Then I'm going to do an ABC underneath showing up every day. So I'm going to talk about like the canned content. I'm going to talk about the B-roll. I'm going to talk about using a scheduler. You see what I'm saying? Then I'm going to go to my second point, okay, to my number two. And my number two is talking about how not to give shallow content. And I'm going to have an ABC underneath that. So, number one, I say, I'm going to give examples so that it's easy for people to understand. And then my number two is I'm going to break down common mistakes or common topics that people like to cover. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So literally, if you're doing a 1, 2, 3 ABC for each and every one, there's no way your information is going to be shallow. It's impossible. It's impossible. And this is the easiest way that you can, like be able to push out live streams, long form content, tutorials. If you're trying, right? If you're trying to do a series on your FYP or your timeline and your stories, it's very, very easy if you break it down in this framework. And you honestly could continue to break that down more and more and more. So you want to make sure that you are not surface level. You want to make sure that you are not shallow. You are here to honestly try and help someone accomplish a goal. Whatever that is for your customers. So a lot of y'all are here because you want to make money, right? So my goal is to give you information that you can actually use to help you make money while you're in this stream. Makes sense? I mean, it's really that simple. Whatever it is, if your people want to learn how to clear their skin, well, my goal is to help you get that skin clear. If your people want to, be able to manage their time better or manage their home better, or my goal is to give you tips to help you with that. It's that simple. Every day you wake up, how can I help my audience? How can I help my community get better? How can I help them find a piece of satisfaction? Blink, blink, blink. Y'all give me the number 4. Give me the 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. And I'm looking at the time. Give me the 4. We're going to go through number 4. And then we're going to do a little Q&A. And I got to skedaddle because I got client calls because it's Talk Tuesday. It's Talk Tuesday. By the way, if you are just getting here, if this is your first time, please make sure, hey, Mrs. Incredible's Corner, Miss Incredible's Corner, hey, girl, hey. If this is your first time here, please don't let it be your last time. Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe. Okay? Follow, like, and subscribe. All that good stuff. And we'll be live tomorrow around 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you want a text reminder, whenever you use that little Marigold Services button, it'll give you my number and you can text me. And then I can send you a text message tomorrow when we're live. So you can make sure you catch the next part of this. Y'all ready? Brand alignment, creator alignment, product alignment. It all helps you make sales. And a lot of people are not utilizing this concept properly, okay? So for instance, let's say you have an e-commerce store. And inside of your e-commerce store, you sell low cost clothing inside of the store. But you're like, the cost is low, but the quality is good, right? The cost is low, but the quality is good. And I want people to, be able to feel like they're getting affordable luxury, okay? And so you can't just say affordable luxury and think that people are going to say, oh, yeah, it's luxury. No, it doesn't work that way. So we're going to start working on, every time I take a picture with the clothing or the outfit, I'm going to make sure it is paired with something that looks luxurious or high quality. So maybe you have some slacks that you're selling, and these slacks are they're linen. It's summertime. People like linen. So you got some linen slacks and they're lined in the inside. So you don't have to worry about them being see-through. And so you may partner the slacks with a thin belt, thin leather belt, and you may have the model holding a Coach bag or Coach purse, right? Because now you see what I'm saying. This is a lot. You're not you haven't had to directly say like, oh, like these linen pants are good enough to be worn with Coach, but you're subconsciously communicating that to your customer. So you got a little linen pants, they got a Coach purse, they got some cute little, jewelry or whatever. Maybe they have one of those little Cartier love bracelets or something stacked up on their wrists or whatever with it, right in your pictures. You have aligned your store, your company, your brand with other brands that have a quality reputation. And so, therefore, people are going to correlate that your products or your brand are quality as well. Blink, blink, blink. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? If I go on specific podcasts and people see those podcasts as a big deal and they see them as reputable sources, people automatically are going to assume that I'm a big deal and that I'm reputable because I'm in those spaces and I'm frequenting them. And I'm working with other creators or media personalities that have an established reputation. This is alignment. And so, a lot of you, when it comes to your content, I need y'all to start thinking a little bit more about the colors. I think you need to start thinking a little bit more about the images. You need to start thinking a little bit more about what's in your background. You need to start thinking a little bit more about where you're filming it. You need to start thinking a little bit, right? We need to start thinking a little bit more. You need to start thinking a little bit more about whose panels you're on and whose interviews you're accepting and what podcast you're going to, because all of this is a part of your alignment of your product, your brand, the company, the presence, the community. And if you're hanging out in Lodabar, people are they're gonna assume that you're at the bottom of the barrel. Blink, blink, blink. It is what it is. People are definitely judging you by the flock. Okay, it would be like right now if I was talking to you guys about how I'm able to earn income through social media or online, right? And if you looked at my background, it was a little dirty. And if you looked at my background, I it looked real dated. And if you looked at my background, you could tell that I had like cheap furniture. And if you looked in the background, you could see that like my walls were empty. Maybe they're naked. There's like nothing. I had no drapes, no plants, no photos, no pictures, nothing. Okay. And then if you looked in the background, you see that like I have low ceilings, right? You're going to have a hard time believing that I'm doing as well as I say I am. It just is what it is, right? If I got on the camera and I looked really disheveled all the time, if my clothes were always wrinkled every time I got on here and did a live stream to talk to y'all, are you really going to believe that I have the capability or I've experienced earning what I'm sharing with you that I've earned? Are you really going to believe it? You're probably not going to believe it. Okay. And it's the same thing with some of y'all when it's coming to your offers. You're presenting we're going to say your offer is a steak. Okay. You're presenting your steak on a trash can lid. It doesn't matter if it's filet mignon. Who's going to eat a steak that's on a trash can lid? And that's what y'all are doing with your products and with your services. You're taking your steak and you're putting it on a trash can lid, and then you're getting upset or disappointed because no one wants to eat it. So we have to start being very intentional about what other brands, products, people we are posting, right? That we're creating content with or around, and the imagery and how we're showing up in the world. He said personal branding is everything and always on. Factual. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? If y'all picking up what I'm putting down, give me a one in the chat. Give me a one in the chat if y'all picked that up. Now, there's quite a few other things I want to cover. So I will be live around 11 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. If y'all have questions about what we've covered today, or about your business, then go ahead and you can drop the questions in the chat, or you can request up. It's whatever's clever. Let's do Q&A for like 10 minutes. Let's do it for like 10 minutes, cause I gotta get that on. Okay. Hey Pamela. Hey One Real Shell. Thank you for the ones. I appreciate that. I appreciate that super super much. You guys are super great. You're super amazing. Um, Boom. There's the link over here. Okay, so if y'all want to throw your questions in the chat, if you want to request up, whichever way, whatever works, I don't care. Okay, I don't care. We're gonna try to answer as many as we can. We're rapid fire. Oh, y'all ain't got no questions today? Y'all ain't got no questions, man. I'm gonna get on down. Hey, Miss Tax Advisor. What's going on, Mimi? Hey, I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing? Uh-oh, you breaking up, girl. Is she breaking up for y'all or is it just me? Oh, but that was clear. When you said no, it might be me. It cleared up. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I can hear you really well now. It really doesn't, and I'm glad that you asked this because a lot of people feel this way. They think like, oh, I chose these brand colors, and so because I chose these brand colors, everything I post has to be in these colors, right? Man, that's not really what it's about. Branding is more about the feeling that someone is getting when they're having an interaction with you, your team, when they're seeing your content online, right? The post, that's what it's really more about. So instead of using so much with the colors, right? And we may do like a little logo or a watermark or something, we need to start thinking more about what's the image that your customer can relate to. What's the image that your customer that communicates what your customer aspires to? Hmm. You said the T is across in your logo? Okay. It had broke up a little bit. That's all. Sorry. You're clear. You're clear again. You're clear again. If you're posting everything in those colors, it could be, but a lot of it sounds like it sounds like you got one or two issues. Either one, you have targeted the wrong group of people, and what I mean by that is like the content or the way that you're packaging it or framing it, they may not feel like it relates to them. And then the second thing could be that it's the right group, but just the wrong imaging, right? So, for instance, if you're doing a case study on a client and we have a picture of the client and it's, let's say it's a middle-aged woman, she, has like warm eyes, she's in some bright colors, she may even, you may show her walking with like a child or something beside her, right? So that you didn't say she's a mom, but people can see she's a mom in the picture. They kind of put two and two together. Well, other women that are middle aged that are moms, they're going to be like, oh, well, this is information I can listen to because I'm a mom too, right? So sometimes, and I'm not looking at your page, so it's a little bit more challenging. But but like literally choosing some type of image that your audience can relate to, that they can see themselves in, will all of a sudden open you up right to a different customer group, because now there's going to be other women that are like moms or they're business owners, and they'll say, oh, that person is like me, so this is a space for me, right? Showing a lot of, I think you would do really well because you're very knowledgeable and you've been doing this for a decade. Like literally when people give this crazy misinformation, right? Or people out here doing this stuff that's, they straight up scamming. And they're teaching people to commit wire fraud and stuff like that. Literally just be like, no, don't do that. That is this, that, and the third. Instead, what I want you to do is this, right? This is legal. Or, talking to people about the ways that they need to properly document things so that they're able to get, right, they're able to get the credits or the deductions that they're looking for. So when we talk about valid information, it's not that the information isn't valid. It's just sometimes the way that it's presented, so that someone, it clicks in their mind like, hey, this is for me. This is information that's applicable to my life or situation. Has a lot to do with the presentation of it. Yeah. Hmm. Right. You're welcome. Good question though. A lot of people have that going on. So y'all remember with your brand colors, just because it's your brand colors, you don't have to slap on everything. You know what I mean? It's just more about the feeling, more about the aesthetic, more about the vibe, the environment, and how you're communicating with other people. That's really what it's more about. But I feel bad. I'm going to be about this client call because I got to be on time. Okay. I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow around 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we're gonna be flying because y'all are gonna get to those 10,000 taps super fast. Okay. Now, if